If you don't want to be a tourist and you're looking for non-touristy things plus the best things to do while you're in Paris, then this video is going to make you so happy. I'm going to be breaking down the best places to shop in Paris, including some of the places that are more off the beaten path, vintage shopping in Paris, thrift store shopping in Paris, and some super cool boutiques that you absolutely have to see. Not only that, I'm going to be showing you exactly what I purchased on my most recent trip to Paris, and some of these items are more for my friends and family. Some of them are clothing items I picked up, and then there are a few that are just so incredibly special that whenever I have them in my hand, they instantly transport me back to Paris. Oh yeah, I don't want to forget to mention that I actually have a newly updated Paris plan map. This is the Google map that I myself used while I was planning my trip to Paris, and it has over 83 recommendations and growing. A lot of the places that I'm going to be talking about in today's video are included in that map, but there's so many more. There's just way too many beautiful things to do and see in Paris. So if you're planning a trip, I highly recommend you grab that map. You can get it in my Etsy shop, and if you just click one of these links up here or in the description box below, you'll be able to go to my blog and purchase the map. Okay, enough of that. Let's go ahead and talk about the things I got. First of all, I went to one of the coolest spots in Paris called Le Puce, which means thrift store or flea market, and I was able to pick up these vintage magazine tears. So this is from 1935. It actually says 1931 right here at the top, but it's this gorgeous print, and I just loved how modernist it was. But this flea market is highly recommended. There's tons of beautiful fashion pieces there. This is another page tear. This is from even earlier. It's actually from 1912. And if you look very closely, it just has the cutest jewelry on her hand. I love it. I don't know what it says. If you're French, please let me know what you think this is about. Also, if you live in Paris, then you absolutely know what I'm talking about. It is the coolest, biggest flea market. There's tons of things to do and see there. There's a tiny restaurant in the back that's hidden. There are booths aplenty. It was like a heaven for me. I wanted to buy everything, but obviously I couldn't get very much, so I wanted to stick to really lightweight things. And if you're looking for art to bring back, then this is absolutely the place that you have to go. Also, if you're looking for vintage clothes, then bring your pocketbook, honey, because you're gonna find some finds. They have everything from more affordable pieces that are in the 10 euro to 20 euro range, all the way up to, I saw a vintage Edwardian lace blouse that was 900 euros. So there's lots of cool things to pick up there. Jewelry, cameras, furniture, handbags, little knickknacks, great souvenir finds there. If you're looking for souvenirs for family, then you have to check that place out. If you watch one of my most recent videos about Parisian street style, which you can watch right here somewhere, I really broke down some of the cool things that I was seeing on the street, and one of the main accessories that I saw a lot of people carrying there, out of necessity it turns out, thank you for you commenters who are weighing in all the time, I love your comments, was a tote bag. In light of that, I was all about getting a tote bag for myself, my friends, and my family, so I was able to pick this up at the L'Orangerie Museum gift shop, and it's just this beautiful canvas tote bag that says art on it. I thought it was really cute. It was very affordable and came in handy. And I got several, so another really great and easy tourist, memento to have for your friends and family without it having to take up loads of space in your suitcase. If you are a French fangirl like me, then you will have most certainly heard of Jeanne Damas and her sister Louise Damas, however you say it. If you're French, please let me know how you say that name, the last name, the surname. But I was able to go to kind of like the holy grail for me, the mecca for me of French girl style fangirling. I went to Louise Damas boutique, and at the time she was transitioning the name. It is now called Passage Doré, and it was the most adorable place. And if you're familiar, you'll also know that she partners with Falvet, which is a handbag company, and they also make these gorgeous little keychains. So I got this for my mother-in-law, so this was a lovely gift for her, and I just thought she had to have it. There were so many beautiful things in the shop. I also got a couple of these for souvenirs for my mom and for my mother-in-law, so we can put some photos in here from the trip, and we can put it on the Christmas tree, and it will be like we're living the Paris trip all over again. Before we move on to the clothing items that I purchased, I just want to say that I spent the most money on food. So my husband and I were really into just enjoying ourselves. We didn't do any main tourist attraction things that required money to do. We just walked the streets, we embraced the city, we ate great food, and all of the places where we ate are included in that map, plus all the places where I shopped and visited. So be sure to get the map if you really want to know the full list of everything that I'm mentioning. But in light of wanting to just give you the highlights of today and make sure you feel inspired, I wanted to just keep it short. So I'm gonna show you the couple final things that I got, and then I'll show you at the very end the 2 articles of clothing that I got that are getting me major compliments, and you can still get them because they're not just exclusive to Paris, but I did buy them in Paris. So as you can see back here, I've got 2 little buddies. I've got this fun little pink thing, which I also got at Passage Doré. It's a handmade Moroccan vase, and it's made out of raffia. The cool thing is that I asked them, could I keep these 2 little pink cattails, mini cattails, and they said yes, which made my day. And so now every time I see this, I'm like, I'm back in Paris and I love it and miss it so much. So this is very cute, and you can get these on their web shop. So I will link that in the description box below. Here's the really cool thing about this next item. This is a diptyque perfume. This is a local brand, it's local to Paris, and it's the Tam Dao scent. And I love the packaging. It comes in this beautiful package. I was able to get this at the Galeries du Lafayette. But if you're not familiar with Galeries du Lafayette, then it will overwhelm you if you're not a huge people person like me. But it's kind of, it's a really high-end shopping mall that you would love to see if you're really into fashion. I'm talking like mid-range to very high-end fashion. There's also a great restaurant in there that Jacques Mus, the founder of Jacques Mus, that fashion line, has started, and I believe it's called Citron. So if you're looking for some shopping and eating, then you have to check out Galeries du Lafayette. And Diptyque has a booth on the first floor, and I was able to pick up this perfume. I love more musky, spicy fragrances rather than like fruity or florally, and this is like the perfect blend. So every time I put this on or smell it, I am instantly transported back to Paris. And that is one of my biggest tips for you, is to buy something in Paris or at your next trip that transports you using scent, because scent is your most powerful sense that is associated with memory. And so rather than having like photographs or even just little knickknacks that you can hang on the wall or the fridge, having something that you can smell will actually activate your mind to remember the place. And every time I smell this, I'm like, I am literally back in Paris. It's like I'm reliving it. So I love it. Okay, moving on to the final 2 pieces. Right, like I said, I'm getting tons of compliments on these things, and you can actually get them too. Sometimes you have to balance out your purchases from the thrift store with new items that are a little more affordable. All right, so I was able to get these beautiful high-waisted button-fly jeans with a raw hem from And Other Stories. They fit so very well, as you can see in this image. I get so many compliments on them. They did me very well while I was in Paris because I needed an extra pair of jeans while I was there. They come in several different colors. You can still get them on And Other Stories website right now, and I have linked that in the description box below, so you can go peruse and check that out. And then the other thing is I did end up getting a blouse to go with the jeans while I was there, and it's this lovely wrap blouse with kind of like fluttery sleeves, and it just comes across the bust there and ties at the side. I thought I would do more clothes shopping there, and I basically only got those 2 things because I wanted to be conscientious about how much I was spending, because we weren't going just to spend a whole bunch of money. And also, I didn't want to load up my suitcase with too much stuff. So the thrift store shopping was amazing though. I did end up going to Kilowatch or Kilowitch, however you say it, and a few other thrift stores, which you can see here on the screen, and those are listed in the Google map that I mentioned. It's called the Paris Plan Google map, which you can get in the description box below or clicking right here. And that pretty much sums it up. That is what I got. I got a few other things that I've already given to family members, and my husband and I did bring back some chocolate from Monop or Monoprix, which we already ate obviously because it's been quite a while, but that was it. And the thing is, I wanted to stay off the beaten path. I did not want to do touristy things in Paris. I didn't want to be a tourist in Paris. I didn't want to be surrounded by loads of people. I wanted to go to Le Marais. I wanted to see some quiet streets. I wanted to make sure that the focus was on me and my husband, but there were some key places that I did not want to miss, and I've shared those with you, and I hope that this has inspired you to take a trip somewhere, a dream trip, to start planning and saving. And I hope that if you are going to Paris, that you definitely visit some of the places I've mentioned here in this video. I am so grateful for you guys. If you've enjoyed this, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and share with a friend who might be going to Paris, because you never know what this could spark for them, some form of inspiration. Also, leave me a comment right below this video to let me know what your #1 favorite place in Paris is. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. I will see you next week. Bye.